2025 YouTuber Awards is here and it's clean. So take a look at your screen and get ready for the best thing that you ever seen. Now during this video, I'm gonna be nice and I'll be mean. But together, we'll find out who's the best in this scene. Yeah, baby! Woo, man, we're back with the 2025 MMA YouTuber Awards. You know, this is my second annual one, so we're keeping it going. You know, I don't know why I make these. I don't know why I make this, because when it comes to actually making this video, I'm like, yo, do I know like the same 6-7 people? No pun intended. Like, I'm being dead ass, guys. Why do I feel like the scene's not that big? Guys, it's not hard being okay, it's not easy, bro. You know, you gotta wake up, you gotta stretch, you gotta fucking crack your neck a little bit, you gotta fucking, you know, get your fingers loose, and then you gotta start like thinking of content. It's not easy being an MMA YouTuber, but it's not that hard, guys. Like, we need more people in the scene. Can you guys lock in? You guys watch this like, oh, Kenny, you're handsome, so I got to watch you because you look good and I want to feel your bicep. Brother, it's deeper than just this. I know I look good and maybe you don't have the face of me, but brother, turn on the camera and become an MMA YouTuber so I can make some depth to this. But nonetheless, I do feel like I did a good job picking out the winners, man. So we're gonna find out many things, you know, the best catchphrases, the realest YouTubers, the most hated, you know, the most glazed. You know, we're gonna cover all that in the video, and of course, we're gonna end off with MMA YouTuber 2025 MMA YouTuber of the Year. But without further ado, guys, I'm yapping a little bit. Let's just get straight into the video, guys, because I don't play like that. First award, guys. Oh, I'm not even buttoned up in my suit and tie, but brother, I'm excited. I'm back. I'm back. You know, Anderson Silva, like I'm back. First thing is Rookie of the Year. KennyOkoyeMMA was last year's winner. I'm currently sitting at 21K. Last year, I was at 10K, I believe, at the end of last year. But it was a fast growth to 10K. It was like, I believe, I was like, I was under 1,000. Was it May last year? In 2024, which is crazy. And then towards the end, like right at the end of the year, I hit 10K, you know, with like a month to spare. So I was quick growth. I did grow by about 10K, 11K this year, which is cool. You know, I'm still growing, but I was last year's winner. Can I go back to back? Am I still a rookie? like what? May 2024. Like now we're about to be in 2026. I don't think I'm a rookie anymore, but I am going to be in nominations. Flying Squirrel MMA, who had less followers than me, by the way. He had less followers than me last year, and now he has like 900. Is that 900? Not, what is that? I think 900 more, right? Something like that. But he's ahead of me now. So that shows the growth of Flying Squirrel. He grew a lot during this year specifically, and he's a good YouTuber. I actually do recommend him if you haven't watched him. Then Tony Has Died started his channel 7 months ago. He does have a little bit of lore. If you guys have Instagram, you know him. He has a meme page. His meme page actually got taken down. Go follow his new account. I'm kind of shouting you out here, Tony. But yeah, I do follow him on his new account as well as the old one. And he did switch over to YouTube. And he quickly grew in the span of 8 months to 13.5K, which is faster than my growth from 0 to 10K within like from May to December, I believe. You know, it's very similar, but I think he might have grown more than I did last year. And then last but not least, Victor MMA. He has 40K. I don't know why I didn't put it next to his name. He has 40K right now. Crazy growth. Different type of growth. Like he's not your typical MMA YouTuber. He's a little bit more like he'll post. If you know his channel, you know he goes by Victor Schilling sometimes as well. But he's recently changed to or rebranded to Victor MMA. He kind of makes like the casual-esque thing, but one person has to win this award, brother. And drum roll, please, brother. Drum roll. It's going to Tony Has Died. Now people might think it's an upset, guys, but in the span of 8 months, to grow to 13.5K is really impressive. Now, I don't watch Tony Has Died's YouTube channel. I don't. I'm going to be so transparent. I don't, but I noticed the growth. Actually, just for a little bit research purposes, I watched a video. Yeah, I don't know. Like, he's a YouTuber, you know. I don't, like, have any criticism to say. I have nothing, you know, crazy to glaze him about. I really don't watch many MMA YouTubers, if any. I don't really watch any, but sometimes I'm clicking through. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll make some breakfast, listen to someone. You know, he has good vibes to him. He's funny. You know, that's good. And of course, 13.5K in the span of 8 months is very impressive. Victor Schillings did have the best growth overall. He didn't start this year. He started last year. His growth was a little bit more subtle, but like he started making like other videos and started growing even bigger. But as far as like the MMA YouTube core, I am impressed by someone. He's the only person who started under a year He was the only person here who started under a year and already grew to over 10K. So if he continues with this trajectory, he's going to be the biggest YouTuber in a little bit. If he keeps consistent, consistency is the key for growing MMA YouTuber. I think Tony Has Died's off to a good start. So shout out Tony Has Died. And good job. You win Rookie of the Year from me. Moving on to the next one, guys. I got Fan Favorite of the Year. Bedtime, last year's winner, and he is currently a nomination for this year as well. Bedtime MMA. Everyone, let's be real, guys. It's hard to hate Bedtime. I actually didn't believe anyone hated Bedtime, like, at all. Sometimes when I collab with Bedtime, I see I like delete comments, like, I collabed with them recently, and people are trying to, like, I see like a comment or two, like, trying to hate on Bedtime just because, like, we had a different opinion, because we had that, like, an Islam JDM debate and some of these other stuff, and I was like, what? And I was like deleting comments, like, why are people coming to my dog? Like, he's such a likable guy, in my opinion. I like Bedtime. He's cool. Then I put Fan Favorite, of course, Lucas Tracy. Lucas has to be in every, like, he's just a fan favorite. You like him or you don't like him. He hasn't been showing up as much, hasn't been as consistent as much this year, but every time you hear the name Lucas, you probably have a positive thing to say, or you're just going to troll him out of, like, loving nature, though. Then I got Flying Squirrel MMA. I feel like he's, like I said, he's one of the bigger growers lately, and I feel like he's underrated. As well as I feel like a lot of people like him. Like, there's not really much negative things to say about Flying Squirrel's content. He's really chill guy. He's really cool. So I think he's also in the nomination for Fan Favorite. And then TJ Loves Fighting. Now, I'll be real. I don't watch much of TJ Loves Fighting. I actually don't watch him at all. But I was looking at some videos and I was like, oh, wait, that TJ Fighting guy, he's been around for a long time. I did look at some videos before him just to get a gauge of his personality. He seems chill and, like, very likable. I see his comment section, nothing negative. So the Fan Favorite of the Year for me, I'm going to say TJ Loves Fighting, guys. I got to give him his kudos. He's been around a lot longer than me and a lot longer than some of these other guys. And I feel like I never really see, like, bad connotations following him or, like, bad, like, energy. I don't really see people saying much negative things like, oh, I hate TJ Loves Fighting because of this, that, third. He might not have the best takes. I see some of his predictions go to shit or, like, but, like, I do believe that, like, fundamentally, as he creates content, he does it from, like, a positive standpoint, and I feel like he's a good guy. So I'm going to say he's Fan Favorite of the Year. Some people might be like, I don't even watch this guy. But listen, guys, trust me, his energy is good. His vibes are good. So I'm going to give him the reward. So far, no one has went back-to-back. I know maybe someone thought Bedtime will win. No one has went back-to-back. Who's going to be the first person to go back-to-back? He must be cool. It must be cool. Moving on from Fan Favorite, I will give TJ Loves Fighting his props here, and I do think he deserves that. Jester of the Year. This is pretty much the funny guy, the comedian of the year, brother. These are the 4 nominations I personally have. I got Bedtime MMA up there. I think he's consistently funny. I've collabed with him, of course, so it's a little bit, I see his humor in a different lens. I think he's actually really funny, especially in like a debate setting and stuff. In some of the videos I've seen of him, and he's just funny. He's just naturally a funny guy. Then I got Lucas Tracy. He was last year's winner, of course. Lucas is hilarious. Matter of fact, Lucas is like one of those people that I will actually laugh out loud sometimes watching his videos, because I do see some Lucas things or like see some Lucas clips of him just being Lucas, and it's hilarious to me. Like, it's a shame he wasn't around as much this year because you have to do it, like, take some time off. I get it. But yeah, I did want to see a little bit more of Lucas because he was hilarious, and of course last year's winner. Then I put myself there. Like, I've been seeing a lot of comments lately like, oh my god, like, they'll be time stamping stuff saying this is hilarious, and that makes me feel good, man, because, like, listen, man, it's one thing winning class clown in high school, because I did, senior year, I won 2 things in senior year. Class clown, and the second award was called Most Likely to Be Upset If I Didn't Win Something, which is fitting. I didn't win Most Athletic. Isn't that bullshit, guys? Like, I'm not even trying to get... Oh, if you guys knew, guys, I was state champ. I was Oh, man, like... But they gave it to some football guy, dude, because track's not cool. Fuck! But whatever, man, I don't care. But, yeah, like I said, history of this, a little bit when I was younger, I win it. Also, the 8th grade yearbook, I also won it. I have these jester-like attributes, I guess. I don't even know why people find me funny. Maybe it's just, like, the way I act, or, like, how, like, hyped or invested I get in some of these situations and fights. And then last but not least, I said JG2. I think he's funny. Like, his editing style is funny. I think his videos are funny. I don't necessarily agree with his takes at all, for the most part, but he's a funny dude naturally. But who ends up winning this award? I gave it to no other than Bedtime MMA. Last year, I didn't give it to him. I gave it to Lucas, and a lot of comments were saying, Bedtime Rob, Bedtime. Listen, you can't say Bedtime Rob now. I think Bedtime's naturally just funny, guys. He has, like, funny nature about him. I think his videos are funny. I think, like, when I'm actually talking to him, like, he makes me laugh. Like, sometimes I'm trying to be, like, all serious in debate, then he says some dumb shit, and I just start laughing. He's just good. He has good energy about him. I think he's a funny person naturally, so I am going to say he's Jester of the Year, and I think he's the funniest YouTuber in 2025 so far, So now I want everyone in the comment section to go down and spam Kenny got robbed. All right, moving on from that. Propaganda of the Year. last year I called it Gaslighter of the Year, but I think Propaganda is a better thing. So this is a Propaganda Award. Nominations are MMA Guru. He was last year's winner. Propaganda, essentially, they push a narrative and like people are just gonna be like, oh wait, I believe that narrative, you know, or like they're actively trying to push narratives. And sometimes you brainwash people, and sometimes they're like, yo, why are you trying so hard to push this propaganda? I'm not hearing that. But a lot of the time, the propaganda is successfully pushed, and people are like, oh wait, you know what? Guru is a lot of like, he has a lot of like anti-Dagestani propaganda that he pushed, and it works. You know, it works. Like people are like, oh, you know what? You're right. All Dagestanis are born. Blah, blah, blah. And I think Guru does a brilliant job at it because like he has like a big following, and I feel like they resonate well with his propaganda because they all start to believe it. I said me because I'll be real. Yeah, I might be pushing some pro-Dagestani propaganda. I'll take it on the chin. I'll call it how it is. I'm not going to hide it. Like, bro, it's not even propaganda. I'm saying what I legitimately believe, and I do know some of my subscribers, like, they jack the ideology too. They see what I'm saying. So I guess I'm pushing propaganda. Like, I don't even know why I'm here, to be honest. Like, why am I here? I think I push no propaganda. I think I'm propagandaless. But you know, a wise man once said, and I was a wise man who once said that. Oh my, dude, I'm different. Next up, I said Lucas Tracy MMA. He always pushes a stupid propaganda. Oh yeah, Jan's the best of all time. Now his propaganda sometimes ages well, but like sometimes like Gene Silva is a top 10 fighter. He's ahead of Ank Alive and Mavs and all, and then he gets fucking spinning elbowed by Diego Lopez. You know, Lucas is a funny one, but he does always have the propaganda he wants to push, and I feel like he does a decent job pushing it. But a lot of people just look at him like, why are you trying so hard to push this BSD propaganda or this fucking, I don't know. Lucas always has this new guy that he's glazing, then they end up getting fraud checked, and like he's like, oh yeah, I never said that, dude. You know, or like, oh, maybe I thought wrong. So he's definitely a propaganda pusher. Lastly, I said MMA Joey for a nominee. I do think Joey has his propaganda. It's kind of similar to some of mine that I'd be pushing, you know, a pro-Dagestani, you know, things like this, but only one person could win. And I think the winner of this year's propaganda push was MMA Guru. He's the first person to go back-to-back, guys. I think he's going to go back-to-back this year, man. I don't know. He has to go back-to-back. You know, he went back-to-back to me. I feel like he just pushes that propaganda of like anti-Dagestanis. He doesn't like certain, you know, religions or whatever, and it works, man. A lot of his fan base, they like feel the same way, and they're very public about it, which I feel like led to like a lot of like conflict between fan bases on Twitter and other social medias because they're like, oh, well, Guru said this. And I'm like, fuck Guru. We don't give a fuck what Guru's saying. I don't know. He does a really good job doing it though, because like a lot of the community, man, it just, yeah, interesting community that we got here, bro. But it's the MMA community, so it is what it is. But I think a lot of it has to do with MMA Guru. He's just good at pushing propaganda, you know. He's good at it. He's good at like gaslighting people and stuff, and they start to believe everything they hear from his mouth and like treat him like a god. It's kind of weird, but he's a propaganda award for a reason. He's good at pushing propaganda. He's convincing some of y'all who watching this, maybe not some of y'all, like most of my subscribers don't, but like if this is on your feed, you're like, oh well, everything he says is true, so fuck you. Hey man, it's working then. Well, yeah, I think he deserves the propaganda award, so congrats to MMA Guru for pushing some stupid propaganda. Moving on from this one though, Villain of the Year. Only 3 nominees here. MMA Guru again. I feel like MMA Guru is a villain, you know, in a sense. Depends how you view it. Everyone here is a villain depending on the viewpointage. Of course, I'm also on here. I was last year's winner of Villain of the Year. You know, I was villainized, you know, for whatever reason. No, dude, he likes Izzy only. I hate him. You know, screw Keddy. You know, I don't even think I'm that bad, dude. Like, it's funny because I don't think I'm that bad. Like, I really start to think, like, why do people, like, paint me as a villain? Why? Oh, we hate Kenny. We hate Kenny. I never fully understood why. Like, I think it's because, like, they don't like the fighters I like, so they hate me because of it, and they think I'm just the evil bad guy. I'm not the bad guy. Then lastly, MMA Joey, kind of similar to me. He pushes, like, kind of, like, opinions that maybe majority don't agree with or majority, like, don't like. The reason majority don't agree with, like, me and Joey a lot of the time is because the other portion of it is, like, because of Guru's propaganda, man. Guru does a good job pushing propaganda, so he becomes the majority. I wouldn't switch. People call me a contrarian sometimes. I'm not switching my opinion if I was popular. Like, if it's a popular opinion that Islam, I think it was a I don't even know, because on Twitter, MMA Twitter, it was a popular opinion Jaden was going to smoke Islam, you know, but I don't change my things based on popularity. I just say what I say and I believe what I believe. That's it. I don't care about popularity. Sometimes I'm on the popular side, sometimes I'm not. The reason I'm not on the popular side a lot, I really feel like it just has a lot to do with politics and propaganda push from MMA YouTubers and some other guys. But neither here or there. For the Villain of the Year, one person has to win, and I'm going back to back. The reason I think I'm Villain of the Year again, which it's a little bit annoying, you know, Because I'm not a bad, like, I'm not a villain, like, you know, and I don't try to be. People say I try to rage bait. Chat. I swear to you, if I tell you to point out one thing that's rage bait that I've done recently, you're not going to be able to point out anything. Some people say my GOAT list recently was rage bait because, what? Because I had Islam #1, or like, they said that Henry Cejudo can't be in the top 15 just because, guys, these aren't, it's not rage bait. I don't think people understand the meaning of rage bait and stuff. But nonetheless, I think because it comes from me, I'm the villain. I did see some funny clips of me on TikTok saying how Ankle was gonna smoke Pereira, you know, and I got it wrong. So like, and then I saw the comments, dude, I fucking hate this guy. This guy's an asshole. I hope something bad happens. So I'm like, yo, what? Guys, like, I have an opinion. It's different than yours. So you're gonna call me the villain? Listen, I'm okay with being the bad guy. You know, Joey could have won this too. I actually feel like Joey's community, like Joey makes a lot of bread from this. Like I see him getting a lot of donos. So like, he's not like, he's a villain to a sense, but a lot of people support him. I feel like I'm not, of course I get support too, but I feel like it's easier just to say I'm the bad guy for whatever reason. It is what it is. And I'll take it happily. And I don't care. I don't shy away from it. You know, like if you want me to be villain, brother, I be villain. I'll be villain. You know, I'm okay with this. At the end of the day, I'm never going to stop pushing what I believe and saying what I believe. You know, nothing can make me stop. This is what I think about the situation. So, villain of the year back to back, it feels good. You know, all my life it feels good. And actually, these things like this, yeah, I'm not even getting into it. But I'll be happy to take it on the crown. You know, dale, villain of the year back to back. Let's keep it going. We'll try to go for a 3-peat next year. We'll see. Next up, breakdown of the year. These are the people with the best breakdowns. You know, when it comes down to breaking fights, we have last year's winner on this list, Luke Thomas, you know, as well as people like MMA Shay, who makes a lot of breakdown videos. Not always accurate on his prediction, but his breakdowns don't seem too bad. I'm a lot more accurate than MMA Shay when it comes to our breakdown videos. Like when I make breakdown videos, I don't make them wicked often, as often as sin probably, but when I do, I usually am like 100% correct for the most part, like from the stylistic standpoint. You know, and then there's Bilal Muhammad, who like breaks down fights really well in my opinion, and like most of it comes to fruition, which brings me to the winner. I believe is Bilal Muhammad. I feel like he was abnormally accurate, you know. Like I feel like Bilal, like everything he was saying, like everything I was saying came true. Like Usman and Buckley, they suck. You know, I knew Ian Gary was gonna run and kick me. And that's what happened. He sucks. You know, and yeah, so congrats, Bilal. You're Bilal. Any other words? You're handsome. You look good. You don't suck like Usman and Kobe. Yo, I like Usman though. Yeah, let me stop because I don't want to have a conversation with myself. All right, guys, listen. Bilal, I think his breakdowns are amazing this year. He was abnormally accurate with his picks, and I feel like this guy, he should be like a commentator or something after he retires, you know. So whatever he decides to do next, hope it has something to do with that because his breakdowns have been amazing this year. Moving on from breakdown of the year. The Cowabunga Award, otherwise known as a Rock On Award, otherwise known as a Let's Hit the Mosh Pit Award, otherwise known as Surf's Up, dude, and like, you know, the fucking, otherwise known as like when you're on the beach and you're just doing this shit with your head, or you're in the mosh pit like this, or you're in the club like this, like doing generic moves. The Cowabunga Award, man, it's just like, bro, you're low-key casual maxing, but you're trying to cowabunga your way, like cowabunga your way into hardcoreness, you know? Like, dude, I'm not even a casual, dude. I literally was up last night rocking on with my friend watching MMA, dude. Like, not even UFC, but MMA, dude. I watch Glory. Dude, that's kickboxing. Yeah, but, yeah. Last year's winner was Lucas Tracy MMA. Luke is just such a cowabunga maxer, man. I'm not even saying he's a casual. It's more like just, dude, like he has such rock on and like radical takes, dude. Like takes that make you want to do this shit. You know, that's how I feel about Lucas Tracy. Then there's Victor MMA, otherwise known as Victor Shillings. Bro, he gives so much cowabunga vibes. I'm convinced he really doesn't. I'm convinced he only watches like pay-per-views and only like main cards, but like his opinions are like so bad. Every time he has one of those videos like this fight won't be close, it's always wrong. It's weird. Not all of them, but like most of them are always wrong. I'm like, damn, bro, you're rage baiting, eh? And like all his videos platforms just seem like ChatGPT-esque. Some people tell me he uses chat. I don't want to say it's true because that feels weird to accuse someone if they're not actually doing it, but well, I don't know why everyone keeps telling me he uses ChatGPT, whatever. I don't even know how you do that, but like they're saying it's too generic, his style of video. But it just gives cowabunga anyways. You know, Bedtime, I also think he's a Cowabunga Award, not because he's casual, more because like he just has cowabunga takes sometimes. Like, yeah, this guy just because, why not, dude? Or like he'll fence it his way to it. Like he'd be like, I think this guy could win, but I wouldn't be surprised if this guy wins. So cowabunga, rock on, surfs up. So then, no matter who wins, he'd be like, well, I did say a fucking raw, yeah. You know, so like it's weird. Then TJ Loves Fighting. I seen his videos. I was watching a little bit before this. I was like, yeah, he gives me that Cowabunga kind of like Victor Schilling's vibe with his video format. But there only has to be one winner. Is Lucas Tracy going to go back to back? You know, he's not. I think Victor MMA is the Cowabunga Maxer. He just gives such Cowabunga. He has the Cowabunga looks. I know he does one of the three. Surfing, mosh pitting, or just simply rocking on with the dudes, dude. He does one of those three, if not all three. I got to ask him personally if he actually surfs. If he fucking goes to mosh pits, or if he like fucking puts on headphones and like he's spinning around the kitchen doing this shit. Rock on, I'm not going to my room. Fuck my mom, I'm not going to my room. Like, you know, sitting rock and roll songs like that. I don't know. He just gives me very Cowabunga-esque vibes. So I think he has to win the Cowabunga Award. You know, no offense. Don't take this, you know, personal. You're probably going to see this. Don't be upset, brother. This is not insult. I just think you rock on. You rock. I think you rock. Camp Rock. Let's go. So he's getting the Cowabunga Award from me. Moving on from this, the Consistent Award. This is someone I feel like who shows up every day, dropping content, dropping videos, going live, doing everything. And this is the nominees. Number 1, MMA Joey. Joey's very consistent. I feel like even if he's not posting every day, he's going live every day. Kind of similar to something I do, but he's doing it like every day. Even his late night, he'll still show up. He'll still, you know, be consistent. So I got to respect that. I respect everyone on this list. I feel like they're hardworking content creators. I know content creating is easy to some people, but it's not that easy, you know. Like, it takes a little bit. I guess because, like, especially because I know this because I do it for 2 different channels. You know, and I'm pretty like big on both channels, so I gotta like stay consistent. And I realized like, damn, balancing 2 of these is really hard. Like, it's not easy. So I'm sure, and I'm sure like a lot of other people here aren't only just doing YouTube, but they have like real world jobs. I'm lucky enough to only be doing content creation. But even then, like, balancing 2 communities is not roses and bubbles. But yeah, MMA Joey is just very consistent. Then Haporo, he's just very consistent as well. I feel like he's consistently dropping uploads, you know. And I feel like he has unique uploads. And I feel like he's just always there, you know. He's not let me post once a month kind of dude. Because there's a lot of people like that. Then Bedtime MMA, he literally posts every day or every other day. Very consistent, you know. He's not one of those people who goes live every time, you know, for fights. But he's tried. He's done it a time or 2. Then there's me. You know, I do something what I call like every day I have to do something. So if I don't post, I go live. If I don't go live, I go post, or I just do both on one day. So I could always keep up appearances. Towards the end of this year lately, when I've been getting sick and stuff, like there's been like a day I missed, which is abnormal. I missed my first day Thanksgiving. You know, I had like an eye abrasion. I remember missing days. Like, I missed a day. That shit's crazy to me. Like, missed a day of nothing, a day of like not going live or not, posting some kind of video, you know, because if I don't post a video, at least I want to go live. You know, I've been missing a couple because of injuries and things like out of my control, and that's like the first time I've done that in like over a year, and it feels abnormal, dude. That's like stuff like that. I'm like, damn, like I feel like I missed something, and it's honestly I don't like that. But yeah, I was missing something. But at the end of the day, one person has to win this award. And, you know, we're all consistent people. We're all great content creators. But the one person I think deserves it the most is MMA Joey. I think MMA Joey's consistency to his live streams it's not easy. Going live, guys, like it's not hard, but it's like, dude, like after a little bit, you know, like I've been doing it straight for like live streams. I believe I've been doing it straight for like until like I got sick during Thanksgiving holiday for over a year straight, like straight, just live, you know, and I always show up for every like live, of course, every pay-per-view. I'm there from early prelims to main card. I think I'm the only one who does that, like very early first fight prelims. No one else does that. But with MMA Joey, he'll go live for the main card of like the fight nights that are shitty and boring, and he'll always be live like every day. You could probably count on MMA Joey to be live every night. He's abnormally consistent, and I feel like that's why he's seeing success and seeing growth, and as he should. He's a hard worker. I respect Joey. You know, I like Joey. You know, I know people always push me to like for a collab with Joey. I'll think of something. You know, if I think of something, we'll collab. If I don't, we won't. I'm assuming we're gonna collab sometime in the future. That'd probably be a smart thing to bet on. But yeah, I like Joey. He gets overhated. He's a very consistent YouTuber. So like him or don't like him, you can't knock his consistency. And as other YouTuber, if you're a fellow YouTuber watching this, you gotta respect it. And if you're just like a supporter watching it, this is respect to him, brother, because it's not easy going live every night pretty much. And if not, he's posting. So very consistent. He gets my award. Moving on. Best Intro Award. This is the head-to-head award. So we got the Bedtime What It Do Bedtime Crew versus the Kenny rap intro. Now, I got a lot of good raps. You know, I don't know. I can't. I've been doing this rap thing. It's been a little bit more new, you know, but I've always been able to rap. Like sometimes I'll be freestyling randomly in my middle of my videos. I'm like, yo, I can rap, dude. I can rap. Dude, if this YouTube career don't work out, I'm fucking kicking back, getting in the studio, fucking doing what I gotta do, bro. So which is the superior intro? Because I feel like other YouTubers don't have intros. Like other YouTubers just start off like, yeah, well, this happened, or, you know? So intros are unique, which I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like it's only me in bedtime. If there's someone else who has like a unique intro, let me know down below. But I really feel like it's just my rap intro versus his what it do bedtime crew. And only one guy got to win. And it's not what you do, it's what you say. Yeah, baby, yeah, yeah. I'm the best intro, brother, because no one can rap like me, brother, you know? See, me, I have no front. And I don't gotta drop names to raise mine. I have no crutch. You push weight with the same set your dad throws up, but got no rep without I'm spotting you. Yeah, rack those up. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like when I start to rap, when the blood starts juicing in my head and I start to fucking I'm just good, you know. I'm good, you know. You know what I mean when I say I'm good. You say what I good when you know I so. So I really believe that I'm a little bit special, and my rap intro, I think I take over. So we'll keep it up. You know, I love some people in my chat will be like, oh, I hated that intro rap. But they're like, oh, that was actually good. Either way, brother, I think I always hit. You know, maybe some misses lately, but I think I hit all the time. This is my opinion. Maybe the start of this rap video wasn't that good. I think it was. Moving on from rap intros, you know, that was a little bit special head to head. We're going to go editor award. Now, these are people who they take time on their videos. They make it look nice. They edit well, you know. Here's the nominees. JG2. I feel like he's a really good editor. Same with Victor MMA. A little bit simple, but he's very like, I feel like it captivates the casual audience, or it captivates people who don't like necessarily care to like watch MMA YouTubers get on the screen and like start to yap or like PowerPoint slides or shit like that. They just care about like, oh, get me intrigued. I feel like Victor MMA does a good job with that. Same with Lee. I don't know if you guys know Lee. He's like pretty much someone who make like why it sucked to fight Prime Anderson Silva, or like why it sucked to fight this guy in his prime. He's very similar to Victor MMA in his editing style, but the videos are actually very interesting. So I recommend you guys watching him. He's one of the more underrated YouTubers in my opinion. So I put him on this. And I also put Lucas Tracy MMA, which is like, you know, like should I? But it's like Lucas does edit. Like sometimes he like when he's making like the animal videos, he'll do like the corniest editing, like maybe he sings a song or like plays like a little cringe thing. He's so Lucas is fucking funny, dude. He's hilarious. I want to see more of Lucas, man. But yeah, I feel like he does those funny edits that just make you laugh. So I feel like he's got to be on this too. But there got to be one winner, and I think the winner is JG2. I think JG2, I'll give him his flowers. You know, last year I didn't even give him his flowers. I don't think I even put him on this video last year, but gotta give JG2 his flowers. He's funny and he's a good editor, man. His editing style is like it's like it keeps the person intrigued to watch his videos. Like I've actually watched damn near almost like a full video of his, and he has like longer videos because like the editing style is funny and like just things I care about. Even videos that he was clowning me in, and sometimes I'm like, all right, whatever, dude. It's like this guy just clowning me again, but the videos are pretty funny. I don't mind JG2. I see he's a good content creator. I'm sure like we have like sometimes we're getting our disagreements. I don't have a problem with JG2. You know, most people, the thing about me, I understand like in a community, most people like another YouTubers might be indifferent than me. I don't really hold grudges. You know, there's very few I don't like YouTubers, very few of them. JG2 is not one of them. I like him. He's cool and he's a funny editor. And he, despite having a big subscriber count, I still would consider him underrated in a way, honestly. So yeah, JG2, definitely editor award of the year, and I think his edits are funny and they're very good, brother. So congratulations to JG2. Moving on, Pack It Up Award. These are people just pack it up, stop doing YouTube. Last year's winner was Rigo. The nominations this year is Rigo, Left Lane MMA, and Mixed Martial Arts. You guys probably don't even know the last guy. And how do I know him? Because one time I was looking at like, I don't know, I saw something on my shorts feed pop up, and it was him reacting to me and MMA Guru debating, and like he just let out like the most cringe, obnoxious laugh, and it just pissed. That video pissed me off.
Gerald Mearshot.
I watched. I was like, yo, I watched that video and I was like, that guy just got me angry. He's just so annoying. He was just dick riding Guru in that video. Whatever, bro. You could dick ride who you want. You know, grown ass man, lame man boy, no hairline, or ugly boy. But at the end of the day, who cares? Who wins this award? Left Lane MMA. Brother, his videos shits, brother. He's had no growth. I'm going to hate now. He has no growth. It's been so stagnant since last year. Ugly guy, no hairline, and I don't like racist people. So, Left Lane, pack it up award, pack it up. And you're going to be happy I acknowledge you. You're going to probably comment like, oh, well, you talk about me. I'm the best. Yeah, good for you. All right, moving on. A Realist Award. There's the people who are the realist. Get on the scene. They just say facts, dude. You like or you don't like these facts. Nominees. MMA Joey, who was last year's winner. I feel like he's very real in his approach and the way he approaches things. And he says things he feels truthful. And for the most part, I agree with his truthful sentiments and statements. Not everyone does, but I do. And then same with me. I feel like I'm very real. Like, listen, I'm very matter of fact. I don't really care how I'm perceived. I'll say things that I believe are the truth. And even if people know what I'm saying is true, they'll still find a way to be upset about it. And then lastly, I said Bilal Muhammad. I say the truth all the time. Usman sucks. That's the truth. I no knees. My Bilal's getting worse. Hey, I got to drink some water maybe. But nonetheless, these are only 3 nominees. And the winner is me this year. I was going to give it to Joey back to back. I noticed something about Joey that it's kind of funny. What Joey does is like, he is real, but especially this year, he'll gaslight in a sense that like, he'll make sure you feel like you're stupid. Let me give you an example. This is why I feel like I'm a little bit more real on paper than Joey. Like, Joey will use hypocrites' statements against them. Like, say someone was like, oh, well, Asmo didn't quit, blah, blah, blah. Or something like that. Something like weird like that. Next time someone gets eye poked, and even if it's so obvious that the person quit, he'd be like, guys, he didn't quit. He barely got brushed. Like, he would like milk what they say and he'll use it against them. I can't really find a better example than like what I can think of right now because I can't really think of examples, but he'll like purposely gaslight and he'll like post tweets like, oh, this guy did this, so should this happen? But he's just doing it to like gaslight people and piss people off. I don't do that because like I'm like, yo, okay, people hate me enough. I'm just going to say the truth and I don't care what's going to happen, but I'm never going to like, oh, gaslight like that. Joey's funny. I like when he does that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say things matter-of-factly. And matter of fact, I think this is going to happen. Or matter of fact, this happened, And if you disagree or not agree, I don't care. I'm being real, So I think I deserve the Realist Award. Yeah, baby. I'm just winning awards, I don't know why all my awards feel like, anyways. But I'm just winning awards. That's all that matters, baby. Yeah, Realist Award, man. Moving on from this, though. The Underrated Award, the Underrated YouTuber Award. These are YouTubers that I feel like are underrated. Nominations are Flying Squirrel MMA, Unk MMA, who's like, Unk MMA is like, he rebranded. I think his Bunny MMA was the last one or something like that. But he's a little bit older. He's not even older. He's probably like in his early 20s. I don't know, but he's just known as Unk MMA. He does look a little bit older though. Like I feel like he's one of those young guys who like has a full face of hair and all that, so he looks older. But he seems pretty cool from what I've seen. Then Harry 1 of 1. I feel like he's one of those people who like he's been around and been pretty consistent. Maybe like 2 years, 2-3 years. Dagestan forgets. I actually remember he had more followers than me last year. He's still pretty high. I think he's around 18.9K, 19K, something like that. Still a solid YouTuber. Hasn't been wicked like consistent, but still one of those YouTubers I feel like who are pretty underrated and his content ideas are actually really nice in my opinion. But there's got to be one person who wins this, and I think it's obvious answer. I think Flying Squirrel MMA is the underrated YouTuber, Like I said, 21.9K subs, almost 22K. Just funny, chill, laid back, He hates Leon Edwards. I think that's funny as well. He's just good. He's just chill. I feel like you guys should watch him if you haven't already. So he's going to be my underrated award. I feel like I'll respect Flying Squirrel, and maybe me and Flying Squirrel collab in the future. Who knows? We'll see what happens. I like him as a YouTuber, and I heard he's a black YouTuber. Not even like, oh, you only glaze him because you think he's black. But hey, man, yeah, it's good to see other, even though he doesn't face reveal, it's good to understand I'm not alone. I'm not alone, because sometimes I think I'm alone, but I'm not. So respect to Flying Squirrel MMA. Now, debate of the year. These are the 3 nominations, and it's all me. Like last year, it was like all the nominations were me as well. I feel like I'm really the only one who like does the debating thing now, which I'm okay. I'm okay to be like the debate guy. People have mixed reactions about my debating style. Oh, I hate the way Kenny debates, or I love debates in general. Like or you don't like, you got to respect me, guys. I bring debates to the scene. I know some people don't care for them, but I think debates are just fun. Whether you like my debate style or not, you watched, and you can't deny that. That's the one thing that you can't deny. So the nominations nominations are me versus Bedtime, the Islam versus JDM debate. That debate was fun. I said that debate was hilarious actually, because we talked about multiple things. Like we debated Islam, JDM. Of course, I said Islam's gonna win. We debated BSD, Dariush. I was telling him that Dariush was gonna get knocked out. BSD was gonna floor him in one round. He was like, BSD, what? He has no one punch power. Dariush is gonna eat all his punches and finish him. Oh yeah. He was saying all this dumb shit, and I was right about that. He did get me though on the Leon Prates one, so I ended up going 2-1 against him. Fun debate though. That was a very good debate. I like that debate. I feel like it was good for the community. And then also, and me and MMA Shay actually did debate today, this year. It was on his channel. It's actually an underrated like collab that people don't talk about. We kind of debated, we kind of rehashed our old debate with Khabib Charles, talked a little bit about things. Yeah, it was on his channel. It was a live stream, so maybe you guys missed it. It's still up. It's actually up on his channel. I think it has like around 9K views. Not much people saw it, but it's still a good debate. And then just me versus viewers. You know, sometimes I do something where I debate my viewers. And only if you're a subscriber to my channel, you probably know that. And yeah, they're always fun, you know. But of course, debate of the year, me versus Bedtime. I feel like this one got intense in ways. It was funny. We had like a good heart to heart at the end of it. It was just a good collab overall. Every time I collab with Bedtime, I feel like it's good, you know. And I feel like he's a funny guy. I feel like he's a respectful guy, and I feel like we usually have like opposing opinions. I think that's why it works so well, because we've debated now, I believe 3-4 times. I've debated him the most out of everyone, and I feel like every time I collab with him, it's great, brother. You know, Bedtime's doing great things. He's a great content creator, and I respect him as a guy. And I think we won debate of the year, Bedtime. So have a drink on me tonight, buddy. Yeah, let's go, baby. Moving on from that though, we got collab of the year nominations. The Big Three stream, otherwise known as Guru, Lucas Tracy, and Bedtime's collab. We have the Mighty X Guru collab. We have the MMA Joey Cortez Acosta collab. Some people don't even know that. Joey, he interviewed him right around the eye poke situation. It was after, actually, Cortez Acosta won after getting poked in the eye. And he kind of interviewed him, kind of like took shots at Asmo during the interview. You know, Joey, it was a good collab, as well timed collab as well. Well done to Joey for even getting that. And then, of course, the me and Bedtime collab, I already talked about that earlier. Of course, one has to win. You guys probably know what wins. It's the Big Three stream. They had other people in the collab. I don't really know all of them, but I think like MMA experts. I don't know too much about him, but I heard he was in there. I know Shay made an appearance, so it was just a good stream overall. I didn't even watch it because I was live as well. I was only live with like 150 or 100 viewers. Like I barely had any viewers because all of them are watching it. I mean, I would do the same thing, bro. Like that was listen, I don't care too much about Guru. You know, Lucas is funny though. I respect Bedtime, so I'm sure most people will be in that stream. I wasn't surprised. I did see some clips about it afterwards. I saw some funny moments. It was a good stream regardless, you know. They'll probably do it again in the future. Who knows? I think they would, but overall, I definitely think that was the collab of the year. Let's be objective. Moving on from that, though, Catchphrase Award. Now, these are just like YouTubers who have like their own dialogue, their own catchphrases. I don't know too much YouTubers who do this. I said Lucas Tracy. His most popular one's probably Crafty Vet. You know, he has other things, Peaches and Creamville, stuff like that. You know, Lucas. Then there's me. I think my most popular one is, you know, but it's because I do that the most right now. I have a lot. Like I have Dale, I have Shiba, I have I can't even think of them off the top of my head. I just have my rap ticks that I get into. You know, like the hustle with the stars, tussle with the law. I don't know. I have a lot of them, guys. I can't really keep all of them in my head because there's too much, dude. Then MMA Guru just has like impression ticks. You just tick into impressions, I think. I don't really watch Guru. I don't know if he has other catchphrases. I just know he does impressions a lot. And that's all I know. If there are other YouTubers down below who have like catchphrases, I'm not hip to the lore. I'm not hip to their lore. So I don't really know because I don't really watch YouTubers like that. But there has to be one winner for this one. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lucas Tracy MMA. I don't want to give it to myself. That just feels weird. Like I'll give myself like the Realist Awards and like, you know, like Villain of the Year, because that's what other people are kind of saying I am. I don't want to say I have the best catchphrases though. I think Lucas has funny catchphrases, so I think I'm gonna give it to Lucas, brother. I think his catchphrases are just funny. Of course, I haven't seen much of them lately because he hasn't been posting. But listen, I think his catchphrase lore in general is just hilarious to me, so he's gonna win the award. Moving on from this though. Concept Award. These are YouTubers who I feel like have the best ideas for videos, the best concept ideas. The nominees are Harpora MMA. I feel like he always has a vast number of content ideas, and I feel like they usually hit. Bedtime MMA, he's just unique. He has his own bingo thing that he does for his channel when the fight cards, pay-per-views are close by. He just has a lot of video ideas that I feel like are smart. Victor MMA, a little bit more with the casual aspect of things, like the basic things, like basic video ideas. but all the video ideas kind of perform well for the most part. I feel like he's good at that, so I feel like he's also a nominee for this. Also, Flying Score MMA, I feel like he has good video ideas. Overall, who's going to win this, though? I'm going to give it to Hapor MMA. I remember when I first started in the scene, like last year, I would like look at Hapor MMA and like, yo, like when I was going to make a video, then I'll see him post. I'm like, bro, what? Like he was thinking like me. And when you first get into the scene, it's easy to do stuff like that. I'm not really sure when Hapor fully started. I'm pretty sure he started before 2024, but like, when you first start, one thing about you, you're going to have a lot of ideas. I remember having so much great ideas, and I'm like, wait, Hapor, and then I see Hapor, and you post it. I'm like, yo, I was thinking of that too. Like, how is he? He's like, he just has a good mind of understanding, like, new videos to post. So I feel like I'm going to give him the credit there, because it's not easy, especially the longer you've been in the scene. It's not easy just coming up with video ideas, especially because you don't like to redo ideas and stuff like that. So I feel like Hapor deserves that award, because I feel like consistently, he's always thinking of something new to do. So I'm going to give him the concept award. Moving on to the Impression Award. The nominees are Bedtime MMA. He was the last year's winner. MMA Guru, and then me. Of course, MMA Guru and Bedtime are really the ones who are about this. My impressions aren't that good. I have like the Cejudo. I don't know, Kamaru. He looks dangerous, you know. Taba got me, Kamaru. And then I have like the Bilal, you know, you suck. Usman, Kobe, you know. That's all I have. Nothing else. Bedtime MMA Guru, they're like very vast with it. Of course, Bedtime was last year's winner. This year, no different. I think Bedtime just has superior impressions to MMA Guru. That's not even me just being biased. I really just think Bedtime's impression game is really solid compared to Guru. They both are really good though, but I think the tonality of Bedtime sounds more closer to the fighter. So I'm going to give Bedtime the nod here. Again, he goes back to back this year. Moving on, the Hater Award. So these are YouTubers who have like a hate towards other people. I'm gonna do Kenny X Pereira because everyone swears I hate Pereira, man. I can't deny it. Like I can't deny like the allegations because like the things I post, like I know the intent I'm posting behind it, if that makes sense. Like it's not that I hate him. I don't really hate anyone. I'm not a hateful person. So like I could say, oh, I don't hate Alex Pereira. I don't like Strickland and stuff a lot more than I Pereira. Like I don't like Strickland. I don't like Victoria, but Pereira's not like someone I don't like. I actually enjoy Pereira, but like I kind of sometimes I lean into it because everyone says I hate him. I don't hate him. Like I'm like from like a truthful standpoint talking to you right now. There's fighters I don't like, but Pereira's not one of them. Then MMA Guru X Muslims. Just any Muslim fighter, MMA Guru is probably gonna hate them. Then Lucas X Adesanya, that was last year's winner. This year's winner, however, MMA Guru X Muslims. I just feel like he just doesn't like. Why is Guru staring? Yo, you alright, boy? Looking at me like that, I'll break your face, boy. Watch him, you know what I'm saying? MMA Guru X Muslims. He just hates Muslims. It is what it is. It's just how he is as a human being. He doesn't like Muslims, doesn't like that Dagestani region. He's going to win the Hater Award. Now we're going to go to Glazer Award. Nominations for this is Kenny X Dagestanis. Last year's winner was me X Izzy, because everyone swore I glazed Izzy last year, which was truthful to a sense. Let's be real. MMA Guru X White People. MMA Guru X White People. You know, yeah, Guru likes white people, you know. He likes white people. You know, it is what it is. Lucas X Volk, which is crazy glaze. And then Bedtime and any Australian. Bedtime will glaze these Aussies like nothing, like no other. Winner of this one, I'm going to say me X Dagestanis. And I'll take it. Actually, people think I glaze Izzy a lot. Like, I'm telling you guys right now, like this year especially, I've been glazing like Dagestani fighters more. Maybe it's because Izzy hasn't been fighting much. But yeah, I do like glaze the Dagestanis in a way. Like I support them a lot. Like I believe they're good. It's not glazing because they're Dagestanis. It's more that like if you're a good fighter, I'll glaze you. I've had that with like fighters like Sean Brady when I believe they're really good. Charlton Almeida when I believe they're really good. You know, it's not really a Daggy thing. It just I happen to feel like Daggy like produces a lot of great fighters. So you might see it more with Daggies. Not that I just glaze them if they're Daggy. Anyone who knows me knows it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. If you're good and I believe in the hype, I'll glaze. So Glazer Award, I'll take it. Who cares? You guys are all gonna say, if I said anyone else won, you're gonna say no, you glaze Daggies too much. So I'll take it on the chin. Beef of the year. This is funny. Nominations: Joey X Guru. Of course, you guys know about the Joey Guru. Joey took down the Maddie show. I was kind of a part of this, but I don't want to include myself because, like, MMA Joey posted a tweet about him, Guru, and I got like I think almost 2 million. Views on Twitter. My tweet only hit 1 million. Like it only had 1 million impressions. So I don't think technically, and especially because after the fact, Joey's tweet had more than mine. And then like Joey made a whole video about it, like how I ended the Guru show and made a whole live stream about it. So yeah, I know Guru like in his live stream was like, oh, because of that, because of Joey and Kenny, they thought they were funny doing that. He was like saying my name, trying to make fun. I don't really care. I'm not gonna include myself in that beef. I don't really care. I never made a video about it because I don't care enough to. It is what it is. You got exposed, kid. Taking on the chin, bitch. So Joey X Guru, I'll let Joey have that one. Kenny X Left Lane, just because my chat always says it. And then Guru X's DMs. Because Guru was like, the only reason I'm rooted in Muslims and Dagestanis because they DM me mean stuff. Of course, there's only one winner to this one. I think it's Joey X Guru. I don't know if you guys seen this, like a video of these guys fighting, bro, like fighting on AI. It's hilarious, bro. I think the video is fucking funny. But yeah, Guru and Joey are gonna win the beef award. They're both just beefers, man. They beef with each other crazy. I wonder how real these statistics are, like 26, 31, 6'2", 6'2", 294, 312. Like, come on, dude. They're just saying anything, eh? Okay, see, that says decent. Shibai. Anyways, Beef Award, Joey X Guru, moving on from that. The Interviewer Award. This is the Best Interviewer of the Year nominations. Shaq MMA, James Lynch, and Ariel Helwani. One person is going to win this one. Shaq MMA, dog. Shout out Shaq MMA, guys, because to this day, my pin tweet on Twitter is still Israel Adesanya saying, shout out Kenny. You know, Izzy gave me a shout out. And the only reason Izzy gave me a shout out is because Shaq MMA's platform, he interviews everyone. He gets a lot of great interviews with great fighters. Like any of your favorite fighters, chances are Shaq has he's interviewed them. So I'm going to give Shaq the shout. Shaq did tell me last year that for that Izzy thing, yeah, you might as well add me in the video. Buddy, you're in the video, guys. So I am going to give him the Interview Award. Ignore that saying Beef Award. I don't know why. So say Interview Award. Interview Award does go to Shaq MMA. Good job, brother. Last but not least, chat, we're going to close it off here. The 2025 YouTuber of the Year, you know. YouTuber of the Year, baby, yeah. Here we go. Nominees. MMA Guru, you know, the biggest YouTuber currently in the world right now. MMA YouTuber. Solo MMA YouTuber, you know. KennyOkoyeMMA, you know, me, handsome, strong guy. I have good facial hair, like probably your girl want me. This is me as well, nominee. Bedtime MMA, of course, he had a great year this year. He hit some milestones, you know, set some records straight, you know. And then it's MMA Joey, who had I think he grew a lot in following this year, despite having contrarian takes based on some people's point of view. One person has to win this. Last year's winner was MMA Guru, you know, because I'm not a biased person. I feel like he had a great year, you know, with his interviews, you know. I think he collabed with DDP that year as well. He did a lot of cool things last year. But one winner, and that winner will be Bedtime MMA for YouTuber of the Year, guys. Applaud Bedtime. Congrats to Bedtime MMA, guys. You know, I got to give him his credit. Got to give him his due diligence. He hit his 100K milestone. That is a big milestone. You know, he had crazy growth this year, you know, and he showed that he's one of the best YouTubers, you know. Even his Big 3 collab with MMA Guru and Lucas is showing that people care about him and want to see him on the biggest collab with the biggest YouTubers as well. Listen, Bedtime, he's good, bro. He's a hard worker, and I feel like he deserves this a reward more than anyone in 2025. So that's why he's going to be my YouTuber of the Year. Let me know what you guys think about this award show down below. Let me know who you guys think got robbed or think the one justifiably slow. And that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. God bless. 2, 3, 4.